What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your girl, Survivor Speaks. And that was Beyond the Chemo Room, where my pink is black. And that was produced and engineered by myself, along with the great Mook Marv Music Inc. Proud to be a part of that, of my own intro music and instrumental. So now, welcome to Survivor Speaks Investigates, where we unravel or look back at the darkest corners of true crime. I'm your host, Survivor Speaks, and today we're diving into the chilling case of Ali Abulaban. This is a tale of betrayal, jealousy, and just a tragic crime in general that shocked the nation. So join me as I uncover. We're going to just do the cross examination of this TikTok star turned assassin. And I also want to let you know, because this is funny to me. I want to thank Mr. Don Q. I was never there, who advised to me that during our first live, they couldn't hear the video. Thank you, Mr. Don Q. Mr. I was never here. Not sure if you're going to pop back in, but if you do, um, thank you for that. And I take full responsibility for you not being able to hear the video, um, the actual video that we shared. But first, let's take care of some legalities, and I'll be right back. This video is being shown to you under the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. And we're out. So, Survivor Nation, we are back. I took a while off. Your girl was going through a lot of things. And for me, when I'm going through something physically, mentally, I have to shut myself down and I disconnect. So I was not going live for a while. So all of the work that I had done leading up into there, I, have to start over, and I do understand. I do have, you know, my followers. I have new followers. Um, I want to welcome them all in. Don't know who they are. I wasn't online for that, but I'm sure that they came from other channels that I do watch. I actually started making content, to speak about true crime because I am a fanatic of true crime, and started making content. Kind of got away from that, and so now that's when I want to get back to is what I started making content for, because I was on YouTube all the time watching true crime. So why not start making content about the true crime that I was consumed with? I mean, all day. So I have been over there, at night and during the day chilling at Cat Not Williams. She's a great YouTuber covering the YSL trial from top to bottom. She's not the only one, but she's the person that I watch. I find her, very easy to watch. I find her chat to be fun, her moderators to be very kind and on point. And just like over there, she's just not really, care for any bullying. I don't like bullying over here. Everybody knows this is a bully free zone and also a Christian uh, rock um, free zone here, where we do not talk about her in a negative light. I don't allow that here. I will not kind of, but I will delete your comments and block you from the channel if you put any negative chat on here about her. She's doing a great work. Prayerfully, she will be able to stay the course even when the uh, father of her child gets home, I think that's going to be her biggest challenge. But I don't want to get all into everything else today. I'm here, to talk about this guy. But before we do that, we're going to listen to my intro now. Um, it's the artist is YNG-Tye. That's the letter YNG hyphen TYE. He's also my nephew, 17 years old. He is a senior in high school. Um, he's on the spectrum, but you cannot tell. My sister and her partner did a great job with him. So he's very independent, but he has this gift where he listens to music. He wanted to be a rap artist. He listens to music, and then he just, after hearing the beat one time, he'll go and make a rap about it. But this is where him being on the spectrum comes in. He doesn't listen to his music anymore after he makes it, but he wanted to be a rap artist. So, me being the aunt that I am, yeah, I put his music out. So he has two songs out. The first song is Never Fall, called Never Fall, and it's under Survivor Speaks featuring YNG-Tye. And that's just because the distributor that I use, that's the way that they put out the music, because I put out my own uh, song first. So they actually, that's the way they put out the music. But he's been battling diabetes since he was juvenile diabetes since he was 8. And the reason why I'm telling this story before I just go ahead and play, this intro, is because of the YSL trial and the lead DA, Love over there, the way she treated Quandarius Zachary this week and the weeks leading up to this week. He suffers from sickle cell. I'm someone that suffers from the trait. A lot of people don't know that this is a serious illness, but having the trait is nothing like having the disease. So it is so important and so dangerous that when you have the trait and you conceive a child, the doctors want to test your husband, partner, whoever the father of the child is, to make sure that they don't have the trait. Because if you have the trait and they have the trait, the child is guaranteed to have the disease. And it's debilitating. The disease is very painful. No one can tell you how to hurt, right? And so I think that DA Love is heartless. Also, Fulton County, period. They arrested this young man. He had just had, and this is not information that, this is HIPAA information. Now, they've blasted all over, the place. And because Love doesn't really, she works for the law, but she thinks she's above the law. I think those are the perfect words, and that the law doesn't apply to her. So I'm hoping that his dad. So he said, he's one of the things he said was he cannot read. He could not read because sickle cell kept him from being able to go to school all the time. Yes, it's that bad. I lost a friend of mine in high school, and I knew her from ninth to 12th grade. I went to a Catholic school, and she was sick. She had sickle cell, all her life. We met her in the ninth grade. We all, took a liking to her even before knowing, what her disease was. She just was such a nice person. But we grew to find that out because she would be missing at times, and we would be like, where is she? So we found that out in the ninth grade. We lost her in the first semester of our 12th grade year. It was very hard for us. It was very hard for her mom. And just imagine the church packed with your friends from school, burying a loved one. I'll never forget her. I have pictures with her and everything. So I was very, very taken aback and very upset with the way they treated Quandarius Zachary. Now, he may have been a troubled child, and they tried to keep him out of trouble because of his illness. Yes, he did make some decisions on his own, But still, when it comes to someone's health, regardless to whether they're incarcerated or not, it is your job, it is your duty, and it is a person's right for you to treat them like a person and take care of them just like you would want someone to take care of your family, or just the way that you would want someone to be concerned about what's happening with you. The way Love did this young man last week is disheartening, and she needs to be looked into. And I'm gonna just keep my thoughts to myself right now, because this is not about them, but it's just about why I want you to listen to how talented, and you cannot tell my nephew is on the spectrum. He reads very well. He writes. His writing is so impeccable that in the second or third grade, his teacher called his parents in, like, I'm giving him 3 blank notebooks. He's like, my mind is just blown by the stories that he's written for his homework. So it doesn't affect him in that way. And it really does have a lot to how you bring them up, and even though, my nephew went through whatever he went through, my sister, our family always treats him like, none of that matters to us. None of that matters to us. And so basically, yes, he's graduating from high school. He doesn't go to any special schools of any of that. He didn't let juvenile diabetes stop him from playing football, stop him from playing basketball. And he is great in both. So I say that to say, some things frustrate, them. They have short attention spans. It doesn't make them, less of, any less, less of a child or unworthy of being treated as a human. And this is something that they keep sending Love for these classes for law and, Brady material and all of this. She needs to take a class about compassion. She needs that. And there's something in her. Nobody has to tell me these are my thoughts. There's something in her that needs healing. Love has something that she needs to go and speak to a therapist about, because you cannot be that evil in this world. Another thing that I'm going to say that I'm happy about is that the 1 month they give us for breast cancer awareness is coming up. It's fastly approaching October. Stay tuned for some things from that. I hope that I'm feeling well enough to, go on with, promoting that, because every year I do something different. And I'll explain to you later about why that is, because there's a reason for that. And so right now we're just going to listen to the intro from YNG-Tye, my artist and nephew. I love to hear this song. So proud of him. Here we go. Let go. And let me know what you think in the comments. Feel free to do that. Comment about it. Let me know. Let a sister know.
Full cycle, I just might though, just like a Michael. Mama gone now, I'm thinking death is not we entitled. And it was me versus me, them battles had to fight through. And when you way in the dark, them demons try to fight you. But you can't let them when you gotta see the damn light. Diabetes came from nowhere, messed up whole life. That's what I used to think, my mama helped me out. I got one there in the sky to make proud, don't count me out. Let's get it started, rest in peace my mama, I don't wanna talk. Fresh fit, who that little nigga, fresh the way he walk. New drip, I'm that one dude creating all the sauce. News flip, you that one do the worker, not a boss. It's safe to say that after all this, I'm standing tall. It's safe to say that after all this, I'm still gon' ball. It's safe to say that after all this, I never fall. I'll never fall.
That's it. That's the song. YNG-Tye, He'll Never Fall. I believe in it. We speak that into existence, into his life, and he poured out his heart and what he was feeling in that 1 minute 14 seconds. He poured out how he was feeling, like I said, on the spectrum, but doesn't take away from, he doesn't, you would never know. Yeah, but DA Love just pissed me off this week with that one. So now let's talk about what we really came here from for. I can't believe I have to, do this show all over again, but it's fine. Um, because like I said, I know I'm starting from square one. I haven't been live in a minute. I put up some videos, but I haven't been live. Been taking care of my own health. We'll talk about that at another time. Next month is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Maybe I'll talk about it then. All right, so we're peeling back the layers on the man behind the persona, Jinn Kid. Who is he? He was known for his comedic skits and celebrity impressions. Ali Abulaban, also known as Jinn Kid, gained millions of followers online. Jinn Kid still has 187,000 followers on Instagram. So join me as we explore the rise of Jinn Kid, his online persona, and how it all spiraled into a tragic and shocking crime where he unalived his wife, Ana Abulaban, and her friend Rayburn Cadenas Barron, who was present at the apartment with Ana when she was unalived. And his life was tragically cut short alongside hers. Rayburn was known to be a close friend of Ana's, and their untimely unaliving highlighted the devastating consequences of violence and jealousy. The first thing I would like to tell you guys is trigger warning, trigger warning. This guy is disgusting, and we see how social media turns people the wrong way. It starts going to some people's head because they do have a lot of people that follow them, and so you become like this star or whatever, and it does start to affect some people and go to their heads, and they start treating people any type of way. And so we never know what's going on in the home of others. We just hope and pray that no one is abused you know behind the scenes, because we all know the social media is just that. It's social media, so people get to portray who they are to the world, and then when the camera goes off, they're a whole different person. So yeah, you get to see who people want you to see. That you get to see people for who they want you to see who they are. They don't show you the real size of them. That's some people, but there's some people on that we follow, we listen to, we look for their content, and you can tell by their the way they act and their demeanor that they're really honest and sincere about their feelings and what's going on with them. I like to say hi to the two people that's here. I'm starting over from scratch. I haven't been live in a long time, so I have to get back used to things. Now, if you're wondering why I had a live at 12:30 and then a live now because the live at 12:30, you couldn't hear the video I was sharing. Somebody came in and told me, so I was glad for that. And, happy that they did let me know and I didn't just go all the way to the end, even though I was almost done with video. So here we are. So without further ado, we're going to get right into that video. It's the cross examination of Ali Abulaban's. During the other show, I showed you he does great impersonations of 6ix9ine and Scarface. It's my belief that he took on the persona of Scarface, and it turned into a whole big tragedy where he unalived his wife and her friend. He wants to say that they were sleeping around. We have no proof of that. That's another thing on this channel. If it's something that we cannot verify, I'm not going to put it out as fact. I have to have verification or be able to find it in not just read it. Where I'm reading has to be a reliable source. So it has to come from a reliable source is what I'm saying before I would say anything on my channel. That's not true. Now, when I give my opinion and my thoughts, those are my opinion and my thoughts. But if I'm sharing something that's out there in the public, I have to have it has to come from a reliable source. There's too many people sharing things on social media that are not true, and it bothers me all the time. So yeah, what are we doing? I'm not doing that. All right, so we're going to get into this testimony on the recross of Mr. Ali Abulaban. And let's get into the disrespect and the trigger warnings that I'm going to give you up front. Please, trigger warning, trigger warnings, trigger warning. Yeah, it gets there. So trigger warning in advance. Oh, before I bring Mr. Ali Abulaban on, I'm sorry about that. I just need to make sure that I say that the stream is sponsored by Restream. Yes, I don't use TikTok anymore. I use Restream. I will be sharing a link where you can sign up for a free account, or you can purchase an account from whatever they offer, because they offer different packages, right? But you can stream to 30 different platforms simultaneously. They have all that stuff that I don't know about, OBS and all of that, but they will explain it to you. I just have not asked them about the OBS and all that. I just learned OBS from what is the streamer's name when he had Kevin Hart on there? Kai Sanat. Heard about OBS over there as a joke. But yeah, that's Restream. I'm going to put down I'm going to put a link in the description below. I am a Restream partner, so if you do click on the link and you sign up for an account, purchase an account, pay a monthly fee, your girl Survivor Speaks, yeah, I get a little percentage, but it's at no extra charge to you, so why not? Let's go on ahead and help each other. Why not? I'm starting from square uno. Help us with the help. Starting from square one. Starting from square one. Okay, here we go. Also like to thank Court TV, because I am streaming using their video, so I'd like to give them their credit. Please don't strike my channel. Please don't strike my channel. Sister is just using your video. I'm going to provide some commentary in between. All right, and it's for educational purposes and commentary purposes as well. Thank you so much, Court TV. Here we go. The cross-examination of Ali Abulaban.
Police department. Don't ask me, but they told me it's just the internet. Relax.
Yeah, there's no recording, such recording, right?
Their camera. She was a female officer.
All right, you told us yesterday you wanted a gun that was accurate, right?
I wanted a reliable gun.
Reliable for shooting, right?
No, for dancing. I don't know.
You need to answer the question. You wanted a gun that was reliable for shooting, right?
Yes.
And I want y'all to hear how smart he is. She asked him, did he want a pow-pow for a reliable pow-pow? And listen to his response, y'all. Hopefully I went back far enough, but let's see.
To answer the question, you wanted a gun that was for shooting, right?
Yes.
Okay, you talked about meeting Ray for the first time at a party in San Diego in 2020, right?
Sorry.
Sure.
She went a step further. Hold on, let me see. I want to hear that again because he's what you call an a-hole. Okay, let's hear him again talk about what he wanted a reliable pow-pow for.
Reliable for shooting, right?
No, for dancing. I don't know.
He told her he wanted it for dancing as he laughed and said, I don't know. What?
That's the question. You wanted a gun that was reliable for shooting, right?
Yes.
Okay, you talked about meeting Ray for the first time at a party in San Diego in 2020, right?
Sure.
And when you first met Ray, he didn't say to you, is that your bitch, right?
Yes, he did.
When he saw you and he saw Ana, the first thing he said was, you're lucky to have her, right?
No.
That's what you told Julia, he said.
When was this? Okay, I can't answer your question.
Okay. You told Julia that when you met Ray, you were mad because he said, oh, you're lucky to have her, right?
This is what Julia said, right?
I'm asking you that you told Julia that, right?
No, I did not tell Julia that.
Right? You didn't tell Julia anything about your conversation with Ray.
No, I did actually, because she had been seeing him, and I had let her know that I would not be comfortable if she had brought him into the house.
But what you told her, you didn't tell her that Ray said, is that your bitch? All you told her, he said, was, you're lucky to have her. Right? That's what you told Julia.
I don't recall the exact words I told Julia, but she knew of what had happened between me and Ray.
The comment by Ray, you're lucky to have her, translated to you that he wanted to sleep with her, right?
Or that he had his eyes on her.
Right. But he never actually told you that, right?
No, but body language plays a big part too.
What? You're not answering the question. Ray never told you he wanted to sleep with Ana, right?
No.
Right? That's just something that you're now telling us, oh, Ray said, is this your bitch? Because you're trying to paint him as a bad guy, right?
No. I actually tried to be his friend. Even after.
And he actually was nice to you, right? He made a comment on your Instagram about someone in your life passing away, and he said sorry for that, right?
I believe so. I also DM'd him one time when he was in Mexico, and he...
Objection, non-responsive.
Sustained. All right. There's a question, the answer, question, the answer. Okay?
But what happens when the question is like forcing me to say something specific?
Well, that's the part of the question. She's asking specific questions, so just answer the specific
Right.
questions. Next question.
Ray was nice to you in making a comment about someone in your life that had passed away, right?
Yes.
Okay. So when you told us yesterday there was no hope with being friends with him, that wasn't true, right? Because
No.
he was nice to you.
That was only at one time on social media. I'm talking about in-person interactions. It's a different experience.
You hated Ray from the first night you met him, right?
I did not hate Ray.
Ray disrespected you, right?
Of course.
You don't like being disrespected, right?
No.
After your second trip to San Diego, you hated Ray even more, right?
I did not hate Ray.
You talked about another time where you hung out with him and he didn't want to be your friend, right?
No, I spoke about the second time I saw him at the party. I got him a beer and sat down with him and attempted to have a civil conversation.
And you didn't like him, though, after that, right?
No, I had decided that he's not interested in a friendship with me. He's interested in Ana.
All right, so you talked about your move to San Diego, and you're basically telling everyone that it was solely Ana that wanted to move, right?
Initially, but I was open to the idea as well.
Because you wanted to come to the West Coast and promote your Jinn brand, right?
I saw that it was it would open a door for me to go to LA easier.
You were interested in the limelight, right?
Sure.
Right, and media attention.
Sure.
And fame?
Sure.
Okay. And you're an actor, right? That's what you did.
Content creator.
Right.
I wanted to be an actor.
Okay. But you did a lot of impressions, right?
Yes.
You're a good actor, right?
To a certain degree, but not good enough to be in a movie. Well, I don't think.
Okay. And so you also were interested in being here because that would help your career, right?
Being where?
Being on the West Coast.
Oh, I thought it'd be easier to collaborate with LA content creators, yes.
But you're blaming Ana as like the sole reason, as the person who dragged you here, but you wanted to be here, right?
No, I did want to be here. What I said was that Ana, she put pressure on me to make the move exactly when we did. I had suggested not that we cancel the idea, but that we just put it on hold so I could be there for my brother and my family.
But again, you wanted to be here, right?
Sure.
You're happy to be here.
Yes, I like San Diego.
And once you moved to San Diego, you continued being violent with Ana, right?
No.
No?
No.
But you testified multiple times yesterday that you were violent with her on many occasions.
Down the road, I mean, once things started to get bad, yes.
In July of 2021, your sister Shireen was visiting you, right?
Yes.
Okay. She was staying at the apartment with you and Ana.
Yes.
And Amira, right?
Yes.
And you punched Ana in the face, right?
Yes.
Multiple times, right?
Yes.
You continued attacking Ana until Shireen came in, right?
No.
Probably, or we switch over. All right, thank you. Okay, so July 21st, 2021, you caused those injuries to Ana's face, right?
I did.
Okay. You gave her a huge bump on her face, right?
Yes.
Gave her cuts near her eye,
Yes.
and then days later, her whole face turned black, right?
No.
You saw her a day or two later, right?
It didn't turn black, but it looked like that.
Yeah, so she still had injuries, right?
Yes.
Her face was swollen.
Yes.
Your sister Shireen wanted to call 911, right?
I believe so.
And you told her not to, right?
I offered to leave instead.
You told your sister Shireen not to call 911 after you punched Ana in the face, right?
I did.
Right? And you told Ana not to call the police too, right?
I believe so.
Because you didn't want to be arrested, right?
Right.
You deserved to be arrested for what you did, right?
Sure.
But you didn't want it to affect your life. That's what you testified to yesterday, right?
It was a sudden thing, and
Mr. Abulaban, answer the question, please. You didn't want this conduct to affect your life, right?
I didn't want it to have permanent implications, yes.
Right. So Ana did not call the police based on your prodding, right?
I can't confirm that.
Right. She should have called the police.
Sure.
And 911.
Yes.
But you convinced her not to.
I don't know if I convinced her, but I certainly asked her not to.
Right? And you often did that. You would convince her not to call 911 or the police to report your violence, right?
Yes.
Because you did not want to take responsibility for any of your conduct, right?
I just didn't think it needed to go there with legal. I took responsibility in the sense that I immediately apologized and I was willing to work away, get past it. But
Oh, so an apology by you makes everything okay, right?
no, but it's a start.
Okay. And in fact, after you did this to Ana, she took photographs on her phone, as well as your sister, right?
Yes.
And in July, this is now the next day, you sent Ana some messages on Instagram discussing your violence with her, right? Remember I showed you those messages? Okay. No, I'm sorry, not showed you. Show them in court.
Oh, yes, I've seen what you've shown in court.
Okay. And you remember what you messaged Ana, right? You told her, she told you that you were violent with her and you punched her and Shushu had to intervene, right?
Right.
She told you you could have killed her if Shushu didn't intervene, right?
She said I could have killed her, but Shireen did not stop it.
But
she said that. She
said
said
that,
yes.
right? And you told her that you lost control, right?
I did, yes.
And you apologized for putting hands on her, right?
Yes.
You apologized over Instagram, right?
Yes, because I wasn't present with her.
And you apologized over email, right? You saw that email in court?
I did.
So you were violent with Ana and then you were later apologetic, right?
I'd say almost immediately.
Because you were hoping that you wouldn't get in trouble with the police for what you did.
It was just because I'm sorry.
But you didn't want to get in trouble with the police, right?
Who would?
And you told Ana in that email that you were an abusive piece of shit, right?
Yes.
because you were abusive with her, right? Not on just that occasion, but a number of occasions, right?
Sure, yes.
Now, you wrote a note as well in your phone. Remember that note? It was dated the end of June, but then you made some changes to it July 23rd of 2021,
Yes.
right? That was a 3-page note you wrote in your phone,
Yes.
right? So what did you do to abuse her starting in June?
So the original date of that, if I can give some context.
No, I'm asking you a question.
Yeah.
What did you do in June to abuse Ana?
So I did nothing on June. The reason why it has a creation date of June is because it was let's say a grocery list or something that I later used to replace it with a new updated message.
So you deleted a grocery message and wrote instead a big, lengthy message about stop abusing your wife?
Yeah, sometimes I use the notes to make reminders for myself, and if it's not important anymore, I'll just replace the contents with whatever I'm thinking in that moment.
Right. So you acknowledged on July 23rd, 2021 as well that you had been abusing your wife, right?
I was referring to this event.
You wrote over and over, stop abusing your wife, why'd you beat her up, things like that, right?
Yes.
Okay. You wrote in that message that she was wonderful to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because she was. She was a wonderful wife to you, right?
She was.
And you hurt her badly, right?
I have.
You knew what you did was wrong,
Yes.
right? But you did not take any domestic violence or any anger management classes to address what you did to her, right?
Actually, that's incorrect. After this incident, that's when I called my father and told him what happened, and he had suggested to take a break and come to Virginia, and then he encouraged me to take the neurofeedback.
Neurofeedback is not domestic violence or anger management counseling, right?
No, but it is for chemical balancing and for impulsiveness. It does correct emotional impulsivity, which is something that I was diagnosed with.
You were diagnosed with emotional impulsivity?
In the neurofeedback results, we never showed it, but it
There
says
are no neurofeedback records for you, right?
there are.
You had a packet of information on what neurofeedback was, right?
I have results.
Okay. You had a packet of information about what it was in general, right?
Yes.
And in fact, the doctor at the neurofeedback center is a chiropractor, right?
I don't know what his background is, but he's the head of the
Right.
neurofeedback.
He's a chiropractor, not a psychologist or a counselor, right?
I don't know what his background is. I didn't ask him.
So you never looked up the website of where you were going?
No, it was recommended. My whole family had done it.
You described neurofeedback as, attached, like watching a video and having something attached to your head, right?
Yes.
And then you ended up getting like a kit or a machine to bring home with you, right?
Yes.
Right. But what I asked you was, you didn't get any actual counseling for domestic violence, right?
Specifically, no. I thought it was a bigger issue. That there was a bigger underlying issue with me.
But you continued being violent with Ana after that incident, right?
Yes.
And when you came home with that machine, you didn't continue to use it, right?
I did in the beginning, but I was distracted with the conflicts that were happening at the house.
But you did not continue to use it to help you stay nonviolent, right?
I was using cocaine and
That's not what I'm asking you. I'm asking you, you did not continue to use the neurofeedback supplies that you got to prevent you from being violent with Ana, right?
I did not complete it.
Right. So you could have done that, right? You could have said to yourself, oh, I've been really abusive with her. I need to continue getting myself help so that I'm not violent, right?
That's what I wanted to do, but there was more conflicts happening, so I was distracted.
But you didn't. You didn't address your violence, right?
To someone specifically about domestic violence?
Yes, you didn't continue to use the neurofeedback machine or any other counseling to address your violence, right?
Actually, I sought behavioral counseling by Dr. Stephen Band.
You liked being violent with Ana, right? That's why you didn't get yourself help.
Why would I like that? No, I do not like that.
So you would be violent with Ana and then you would apologize and she would take you back, right?
Not immediately, but yes.
Right. And she took you back every time until the end of September, right?
Yes.
Right? You were violent with her multiple times between July and September, and she went back to you every time, right?
Yes.
Ana told you in July that she did not feel safe with you, right?
Right.
And she told you to stay away from her, right?
Right.
Right? Because of your violence, right?
Because of the violent events, yeah.
And because you were controlling with her, right?
Yes.
You saw those messages where she would write to you that you were controlling, and that's part of the reason why she wanted to leave you, right?
That she didn't feel safe around me in that moment.
But you wouldn't stay away from her, right?
No.
Then you took your disability leave on July 23rd, 2021, right?
Mm.
And you claimed one of the reasons that you took leave was that your mom had left your dad, right? That was like something going on in your life,
One of the reasons, yes.
right? Your mom had left your dad long before that, right?
It was not confirmed until they had their intervention or meeting in my house, my apartment.
That was in July?
Well, whenever it took place, I'm not sure exactly
When was it?
Well, She had ran away from home, and that was a very big troubling thing for the family. Nobody really knew what was going on, except my mother had confided in me.
Right.
that she-
What I'm asking you though is when did she come to San Diego? When were you all in San Diego on this occasion that you're talking about?
I think it was like May, June-ish. I'm not sure exactly.
Right, and so your mom had already left your father before May or June of 2021, right?
She had left the house, but we didn't know the status of what's going on.
Okay. So that was not a recent issue in July causing you to take disability leave, right?
That was an ongoing issue, and that was just one of the issues that was impacting my mental health.
And you took leave because you had just been violent with your wife, right?
No,
You learned that your mom had been dating a man named Napko Sharma, right?
Mhm.
A man she met online.
right.
And your mom left your dad while she was talking to this man, right?
At some point she did.
And you had learned that your mom had essentially had an affair with this man or was talking to this man, Mr. Sharma, online, right?
Yes.
Okay. That made you mad, right?
It hurt the family, yes, including me.
You slapped your mom when you found that out, right?
No, I didn't.
Anna saw you slap your mom.
No, I didn't.
Anna saw you slap your mom, right?
She did not see that.
You had and I can't ask her, right?
That's not fair.
Because you killed her.
That's not fair.
I'm asking.
That's so inappropriate.
true,
That's so
right?
inappropriate.
All right, first of all, also seeing the objections, also saying that is argumentative. And everybody, question, answer. All right, that's how we proceed.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Next question.
You and Anna had a conversation about the fact that you slapped your mom because she was having an affair, right?
All right, now what I'm going to say right here is that I know he ain't whining because he's talking about something is inappropriate, and I get it. It's the court of law, and I get it. The attorney has to be professional, and I get it. But what she said was, allegedly, can't be farther from the truth. Even if we see it, even if we have it on paper, I'm still going to say allegedly, just because. But just want to let you know. Also, I did watch the his mother on the stand, and even though she did say some things about their relationship, her sons and her daughter-in-laws, she was still trying to baby him in a way she didn't want to answer certain things, and they were very minute things that I'm saying it's compared to the things that she did say, it was a very small thing. So I just really didn't even understand why she was trying to hold those things back, or maybe she was thinking the things that she responded to, that they had concrete evidence of it, and I don't know if she didn't want to perjure herself on the stand when it came to those, but it was just a couple of questions they asked her. She was trying to shy away from it, to actually think in her mind, I guess, that she was, trying to show her son some type of loyalty. I'm not sure what it was about, but if you get a chance, you can pull it up here. Maybe one day we'll go over it, just the mother on the stand. I'm not sure, but right now that's something I want to cover, but I do want to say that it is out there, and if you want to see it, you can just search for it. Ali Abulaban's mom's testimony, and I'm sure the video will come up. All right, back to this idiot on the stand.
I shoved her.
Well, you shoved your mom.
I did.
So you didn't slap her, you shoved her.
No, I shoved her.
Because you were mad at her for cheating on your dad, essentially, right?
She admitted in a very vulgar way in front of my dad that yes.
You were mad at her, right? Because you don't like when someone's cheated on, right?
That's correct.
That's disrespectful, right?
Yes.
And you didn't talk to your mom for a while after that, right?
Maybe a week or two.
She didn't talk to you, right?
She would have if
Because you were physical with her?
No. She didn't even think much of that.
You heard your mom testify yesterday there was a time where she wasn't speaking to you, right?
She meant she wasn't in our lives. She wasn't purposely ignoring us.
Right. But she wasn't speaking to you because you had hit her, right?
No, that's not why.
And you sided with your dad in this scenario, right? You were mad at your mom and you sided with your dad about your mom being with another man, right?
Not quite. I understood why my mom wanted to leave him, and she confided in me alone. But it was the part about her already having been with another man that upsetted me, and I was tormented. I was torn between the two. I wanted to be there for my dad, and I wanted to be there for my mom. So it was hard to decide where I stood.
And you were, in fact, very close to your dad, Nasser, right?
No, not really.
No, not really? You talked to him on a regular basis, right?
We say hi.
When you were living in Virginia, you would leave Amira with him, and he would watch her, right?
With my mother.
During your time in San Diego, your father was very supportive of you, right?
For the most part, yes.
And actually, during your whole relationship with Ana and marriage, he was very supportive of you, right?
Correct.
He helped you with her visa, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Yes.
He helped you fly her here from the Philippines with Amira, right?
Yes.
He paid for a lot of things for both of you and Ana.
Correct.
He was emotionally supportive of you, right?
He was more financially supportive, not emotionally.
But you would call him and talk to him about Ana,
I confided in him, yes.
right? So you were close with him, right?
It's my father, yes.
Okay, and so after Ana gave you another chance in July of 2021, you continued to be violent with her, right?
There were moments that popped up, yes, occurred.
In August, there was a time where Julia picked Ana up from your apartment, right?
She did that quite regularly.
And I just want to say there, when he talks about his father, it's very telling to me that a lot of what he does, he got from his father, allegedly. Well, that's my opinion. This is what I'm saying, from what I'm seeing and reading in between the lines, and the way he answered. It was not in favor of his father. I've seen some very disturbing comments under the videos, concerning what he did. And, some people from that support him believe in, that have the same belief system with him. It was disturbing to see them say such degrading things about this man's ex-wife that he unalived. And it's nothing else to do with anything else, but they have the same belief system. So he's not the only one out there, ladies. Please be careful. You know what I'm saying? See how a man treats his woman, his mother, even if it's even if they do talk like this man and his mother talked, but he was abusive to her, according to what this attorney is asking him on the stand, allegedly. And he admitted to shoving his mom, but he won't admit to, slapping her in the face. Typical abuser behavior. And so I hope he's having a good big old party where he's spending the rest of his life at. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Hey, Julia picked her up one night because Ana was scared of you, right?
So she says.
Okay, but Ana was scared of you and she left with Julia, right?
That's what she says.
That was unacceptable to you, right? Ana leaving the apartment.
It frustrated me because Julia became her to go, like, on call. Hey, we're arguing, come pick me up. So nothing's we're not getting resolved. It wasn't physical violence. It was just me trying to address something or trying to fix something, and Ana would be like, nope, I'm calling Julia. Julia, come get me. And she's just there.
And then you followed Julia and Ana in your Jeep that night,
I did.
right?
I was very upset that this was happening.
Right. And did you follow them immediately after, or were you tracking Ana's phone to see where she was?
I can't track Ana's phone, but I followed them visually.
Okay. And you swerved near Julia's car to scare them, right?
No, I pulled up to the adjacent lane, and side by side, and I told them to pull over.
Okay. You're moving your hands, indicating you're in the lane next to Julia's car?
Yeah, we were just, I was behind her the whole time, and then at some point, I moved to the left lane to be window to window.
But you were swerving near them, right? Trying to make them scared?
I swerved in front of them, just to try to stop them, yes.
And then you brake checked them, right?
I did.
That's scary to someone on the road, right?
It is scary.
And you did that because you were trying to intimidate them, right?
I was trying to get Ana to come back with me.
Okay. And Ana did not want to come back to the apartment with you that night, right?
Initially.
Okay. She made that clear to you, right?
I don't know if she made it clear to me, but I knew that she was trying to leave for the whole night, and I wasn't happy about it.
Now, you testified that Anna's friend's behavior created like a weird energy between you and Anna, right? I'm just asking, that's what you testified about, right?
At some point, it became weird, but in the beginning, it was very fun and beautiful, and I liked it.
And so you're blaming her friends for Anna losing love and affection for you, right?
No, what I said was that she now had a moral support group. Whenever something would happen between her and I, or if I'm complaining about something, or I'm upset about something, she could confide in them. I didn't have anybody. Anna was the person I confided in. But I no longer had that. So it naturally felt like I was losing Anna.
But you blamed her friends as the reason why Anna lost love and affection for you, right?
Not entirely, no.
But somewhat, correct?
Sure.
You didn't like her friends, right?
I actually really like them.
You told us yesterday that there was issues with her friends that you had.
Yes, down the road, yes.
All right, let's talk about September. Multiple instances of violence that month, right?
Yeah.
On September 8th of 2021, you made that audio recording of Anna, right? Before you had pushed her down?
Was it a video first?
I'm sorry, video recording.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, you would constantly video and audio record people without their consent, right?
I mean, it's in my home.
But that's something you would do on a regular basis, right?
In this time frame, I started doing it.
No one gave you consent to record them, right?
Anna did not give me consent because she's the only person I've recorded.
In fact, during that, well, we'll get there, but you recorded other people too, right?
Have I?
I'll get to that.
I don't remember.
It wasn't only Anna, right?
Okay, sure.
Okay, so you, that video recording that we saw, Anna knew that you were recording her, right?
Yeah, most of the time, yes.
Yeah, she made a comment on that recording that she knew that you were recording her.
Yes.
And she saw the phone out. And she was making comments about not wanting her kid, right?
Yeah.
And she wasn't being serious about that, right?
Overall, based on your opinion of observing her.
I found that to be extremely shocking for her to say those things, so I took it very seriously.
But she was joking, right?
No, that was not a joking matter.
Anna was a great mom to Amira, right?
She was.
She always took her to school, right? You
No, actually, I drove her to school before this whole stuff began.
Anna always picked her up from school, right?
Sure, because I would be at work.
You actually didn't even know what time Amira ended school, right?
Yes, I do.
You actually had to text Anna and ask her that, right?
To confirm it, yeah.
Sometime in October of 2021?
Oh, yeah, she's been out of school for a while, so I forgot.
But it's because you never picked her up, right?
No, because I would be at work. I would drop her off in the morning.
But you weren't working July through September, right?
At that time, yes. But initially, when she first went to school, that was the agreement. I would take her to school, and Anna would pick her up.
But during this time frame where you're being violent with Anna, she is the one taking care of Amira, taking her to school and picking her up, right?
No, she pulled her out of school.
Every time Anna left the house because you were violent with her, she would take Amira with her, right?
Not all the time.
Right. She never left Amira at the house to stay with you, right?
She did a few times, actually.
When you were violent. Mr. Abulaban, you keep looking at your attorney. I just need you to look at me and answer the questions. Anna never left Amira with you after you were violent with her, right?
I'm going to overrule that at this point, but I tell you, we're going to need to take our 10-minute recess in the afternoon, so everybody 10 minutes, right?
So they're actually not going to be gone for 10 minutes. I wanted to say hi to the other person that joined. If you're not able to stay around for the rest of this cross of Ali Abulaban, the TikTok star turned assassin. Just please like the video if you will. So we're not going to go through a whole 10 minutes while they're away. I'm going to start the video. It's going to come right back up. I just wanted to say verbally again, as you see on the screen, trigger warning, some of the testimony and the pictures are triggering and disturbing to some people. So if you cannot, if you cannot take that and those things make you sad, you may not want to watch. But this guy is something else. Listen to his testimony, and he's upset because he decided to. I'm gonna let y'all hear it because y'all know it is my second time, because the first time you couldn't hear the video. But if you can hear that video, please let me know in the comments, because somebody had came in at the latter part of the portion of the first video that I was doing, and they didn't let me know until very, very late in the video. But I did a test and you can't hear her. So let's go right back to this. But for this guy right here, this is how he makes me feel, child. He makes me feel all types. Oh, wow. Um,
Next question.
Thank you. All right, looking at people's 14 that's up on the screen, on September 8th, you pushed Ana down, causing these injuries to her elbows, right?
Yes.
She had injuries on both her elbows, right?
I wasn't sure if it's both, but one of them at least.
Okay, scrapes on her elbows, right? Correct?
Correct.
And looking at people's 16, when you pushed Ana down, you caused all those scrapes on her knee, right?
Correct.
And then you made her feel badly about calling the police, right?
I can't comment on how I made her feel, but I was upset, and I let it be known that I was upset that she called the police.
She had every right to call 911 based on the fact that you were violent with her, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, well, in that instance, I don't agree. No.
You caused these injuries to her by pushing her down, right?
Yes.
Yes. And she had every right to call 911 to report that you were violent with her, right?
Well, I was trying to leave the apartment, so I don't think that she had the right to call the police on me in that instance.
She didn't have the right to call the police because you were physically violent with her?
Oh, she has the right to call the police.
Okay. But you taunted her about the fact that she was calling 911 on you, right?
I was upset that she was already midway through the call. Yes.
But you were taunting her on your social media feed, right?
Yes.
Okay, we watched that video where for multiple minutes you were cursing her out, right?
I was.
And you were still yelling at her while she was on the phone with the 911 operator, right?
I was yelling on the live video, not directly to her.
But you were yelling and you were calling her a fucking bitch multiple times, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you made that recording on your own, right?
Yes.
You decided to click play or however it is that you made that recording, right?
I went live.
Right? Right? And you hurt Ana and then you were posting about it, right?
That's not why I was doing that.
You didn't have any remorse for what you did to her, right?
That's not true.
Well, you saw the post you made. Do you have any remorse for what you did to her on that post?
In the moment, I felt that I needed to. Okay.
On the post, did you have any remorse?
No.
Right? And you are blaming that post on your cocaine use, right?
I'm blaming how it went down.
Right.
Oh, and the post, yes, because I normally wouldn't do something like that.
Right. But you're again placing blame on something besides yourself, right?
The situation plus the state of mind I was in.
Right? Again, but you're placing blame elsewhere, not on you, on something else, right?
Oh, no, I'm to blame too. Yeah, I'm to blame.
But you testified the reason you made that post is because you were high, right?
I would not normally post like that. I would not go to social media for stuff like that normally.
So on that date, you were not taking any responsibility for your violence on Ana, right?
In that moment, no.
Or even in the following days, right?
I can't.
Correct.
I can't confirm that.
You actually fled the apartment that night because you knew police would be coming, right?
Yes.
Because you didn't want to get in trouble, right?
Right.
And then the next day, you wrote a note in your phone, right? September 9th, 2021, this is People's 176, page 10. You wrote this note in your phone, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And you were writing this note basically telling Ana what to tell police, right?
Yes, I was.
Okay. You were telling her to say it was the heat of the moment,
Mm-hmm.
right? Correct?
That's what it says, yes.
You were telling Ana to say he didn't actually hit me.
Right, because I pushed her.
But you're telling Ana what to say.
Because she had asked me, what should I say to the police now that I've already called them?
You are telling her what to say.
She asked me what to say.
Because you were telling her not to get you in trouble, right?
She was concerned that she already went through with the call.
You were telling her not to get you in trouble, right?
Perhaps I did.
Right? Okay, and then you're telling her to say, we were trying to block each other from leaving, right? And we played tug of war with the luggages? That's what you told her to say, right?
Right. I was just suggesting.
But that's what you were writing down in your notes to tell Ana what to say, right?
Yes.
Right? And that's what you're testifying to here in court, right? That it was just a tug of war over the luggage?
She was trying to prevent me from leaving the house.
But that's how you're testifying today, right?
That's what happened.
And you knew that if you told Ana various things to say about it being the heat of the moment and he didn't actually hit me, that would help you not get in trouble with the police, right?
She asked me for what to say to the police now that she had already gone through with the call.
You knew that would help you not have a case against you, right?
Right. I wouldn't tell her to say anything.
Oh, you didn't tell her what to say?
No, I'm saying I wouldn't tell her contrary to that. I mean, the goal is to diffuse the situation.
Correct. And you not getting in trouble, right?
Correct.
All right. And then on September 10th of 2021, you made another audio recording on your phone of Ana, right? Of a conversation you and Ana were having, right?
Perhaps.
Right? You heard part of that in court, right?
I'm bad with dates, but
Right. But you heard what I played in court.
okay,
right?
I've heard everything you played in court.
And that was a longer conversation, right? A longer recording, right? Correct?
I don't know exactly which recording, but I'm not denying it.
All right. You had an argument with Ana on September 10th of 2021 about the fact that you were no longer welcome at Julia's party, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That was what that argument was about, right?
Yes, he started
And,
it.
okay, and you were mad at Anna because she wouldn't convince Julia to let you come to the party, right?
No, I was mad because she wouldn't stick up for me at the fact that they uninvited me at the last minute. I was already invited.
But you were mad at Anna because you wanted her to stand up for to her friends,
Yeah,
right?
yes,
Because you felt disrespected, right?
correct.
And you wanted Anna to respect you and talk to her friends.
Well, it was more so I hope she would have done that.
You wanted her to respect you,
I
right?
mean, I would love to be respected, yes.
On that recording, you called Anna fucking stupid, right?
Sure.
You said fuck you, right? You said a respectful woman would not go if her husband couldn't go, right?
Yes.
So again, you were telling Anna that she wasn't being a respectful wife, right?
Yes, because of how it played out.
Okay. And you called her a fucking asshole on that recording,
I called her many things.
right? A fucking liar, right?
Sure.
You called her a two-faced bitch.
Yes.
You called her a manipulative bitch.
Yes.
Right? You said fuck you, bitch. Right?
Yes.
And then, what you heard in court, you told her, this is why you get your ass beat, bitch.
I did say
That's what
that.
you told her.
I did.
Because she would get her ass beat when she was disrespectful to you, right?
It had happened in the
Right?
past. Yeah.
And then you told her, fuck you, cunt, right?
I don't remember verbatim, but yes.
Right? You continued cursing at her throughout that entire recording, right?
Sure.
And you treated Anna like that in front of Amira, right?
No, she had been there sometimes, like during these specific incidents. If Amir was there, yes, she would hear this stuff. But this is not how I would regularly treat Anna ever in front of.
Was how you treated her, because constantly throughout your calls and texts you are cursing at her and berating her, right?
Amir's not always present with those.
Well, she was this date, right?
This day, yes.
Yep, because right in the middle of that recording, you say, Amira, let's go to bed. Or, like, you were trying to put her back to bed, right?
Sure.
Right? And you actually told Amira that mommy upset you and has no respect for you, right?
To her?
You told Amira that, right?
Okay.
Right? That's what you said.
I don't remember verbatim.
Because, again, you were telling a child that her mom wasn't respecting you.
Sure.
It took you 4 days after that September 8th incident to apologize to Anna, right?
I don't know.
That recording that we heard, there was a recording we heard where, again, you were talking about like going to Julia's party that was at the Marriott, right? The Marriott Marquis?
Yes.
Okay. And the party that Julia had was on September 12th, right?
Or whenever her birthday is.
That sounds like the date, right?
Yes.
September 12th?
Yes.
Right, and so on September 12th, you sent an email, again, to Anna, People's 176, page 6, that you're sorry, babe, don't put me in jail, right?
Yes.
You said, I'll stay away from home, get therapy and everything else, right?
Yes.
Right, but you didn't go get therapy after that, like domestic violence classes, right?
Not domestic violence specifically, but I did find a neurofeedback center in San Diego that I attended.
But you didn't get domestic violence treatment, right?
Again, I wasn't looking at it as specifically that being my problem. I thought that the domestic violence was coming from a deeper place, which was be the drug addiction and the mental instability.
So, again, you knew that your conduct was wrong on
Yes.
September 8th, right?
Yeah, yes.
And then, again, you were apologizing to Anna to try to get her to forgive you, right?
Of course.
And you were trying to prevent her from putting you in jail, right? That's what you told her?
Of course. Yes.
Now, this 9/12 email, was that apologizing for 9/8, or was there another domestic violence incident that you were apologizing for?
No, this would have to be the same.
Or maybe not?
No, it is. Because you said I haven't apologized until 4 days later, so
Well, I'm asking you, what are you apologizing for? Are you apologizing for the 9/8 conduct or more conduct that happened?
no, I think it's just in general because she had gotten into the habit of saying I'm going to call the police and tell them you hit me. So she would frequently threaten me with that. So I think that's just me generally saying, please don't put me in jail.
But, Mr. Abulaban, you were violent with her on a number of occasions, and she should have called the police.
Absolutely,
right?
I agree with you.
So when she would threaten you about calling the police, she was valid in those statements, right?
100%.
Right. So you're telling everyone that she's making these threats towards you, but it's really what she should have done, right?
In the moment, if like as it happened, sure. But if you're going to give me the idea that you are not going to call the cops, but then you threaten me that you're going to call the cops when it's convenient, that's very frustrating.
But she can call the cops at any time to report you being violent with her, right?
If you're going to do that in my mind, it should be when it happened.
Okay, but she's still entitled to call the cops a month later and say, my husband abused me.
I think that's really
Right?
shitty, but sure.
Oh, so you think it's shitty for a woman who's abused to call the police to report?
If there's an incident where abuse happens, if you want to report it, report it. But don't hang it over someone's head if they're trying to actively apologize. That's just how I look at it.
On September 12th, you were violent with Ana again, right?
No, I don't recall this.
But that was the night of Julia's party, right?
I never made contact with Ana when she left for the party.
But you told us about an incident where you pushed Ana into the refrigerator, and then Jinn and Jennifer
Yeah,
came
that
over.
happened. Sorry. That happened.
And Jinn and...
So something did happen on September 12th. You're right. I wasn't thinking about Julia's birthday.
All right, so this apology email, is that for your conduct on September 12th or September 8th?
No, that's for September 12th. So I'm sorry. I couldn't remember.
So you didn't apologize to Ana about September 8th then?
I'm sure I have in a phone call, but this email specifically is in regards to Julia's birthday party.
You were violent with Ana, and then you fled the apartment, right?
When she ran
September 12th.
When she ran to the neighbor's door topless, yeah.
Okay. But she had to go get help because you were violent with her, right?
She wanted to go to the party.
She had to go get help because you were violent, right?
No, because I didn't want her to go to the party.
No. Oh, so she got help because you didn't want her to go to the party?
Because I was trying to barricade the door, and then it got physical, and she left.
Got physical because you caused it, right?
Sure.
And you actually caused her to be bruised from that incident, right?
Sure. Yeah.
That's true, right?
Yes.
Because you told your neighbor, Daniel Lacerda, that you pushed Ana into the refrigerator, right?
Yes.
Yes. And you told Daniel that that caused Ana to bruise, right?
Yes.
You pushed her so hard she was physically bruised, right?
Yes.
Black and blue?
Yeah. Well, not black and blue.
On her face?
She went to a party immediately after. It wasn't that bad of
Hey,
damage.
it wasn't that bad, but...
Of damage.
But you bruised her, right?
I didn't see the damage.
So you, again, were violent and fled because you didn't want to get in trouble, right?
Sure.
Correct?
Yes.
And you didn't want 911 to be called and you to be there and get arrested, right?
Correct.
I'm sorry, y'all, but did he just say that her bruises wasn't that bad because she went to the party?
But that night, you actually followed Ana to the Marriott Marquis Hotel, right?
I didn't follow her. I went there myself.
You started a recording there, right? An audio recording on your phone?
I don't recall.
Okay. You went to the front desk when you got to the hotel, and you told the front desk that you needed to be let up to room 818, right?
I didn't know the room number.
You said that on the recording on your phone.
Did I?
Okay. So you knew the room number, right?
I don't recall.
Right. And you were telling the front desk person that someone had gotten you into that room another time, right?
Yeah, that's not true, though. I did say that, but it's not true.
Okay. So you lied to the front desk person.
Yes.
You told the front desk person, my wife left at 5 a.m. to go party, right?
Sure.
But that wasn't true. It wasn't 5 a.m., right?
No.
And you were trying so badly to get up to the room, and security was concerned, right?
No, I told them that I was concerned for the safety of my daughter.
But security was concerned and didn't let you up to the room,
It's
right?
their policy not to allow me, and they said that this matter would have to involve police, and I asked them to call police.
Okay. And you actually told the front desk person that you almost went to jail today, right?
I don't remember saying that.
Well, you said that on the recording. So you said that because Ana could have called the police because of your violence, right?
Is there a transcript I can refer to, please?
You can't ask me a question. I'm asking you. This is a recording on your phone from September 12th. These are the things that you said to the front desk person, right?
I can't confirm.
And again, you had been violent with your wife, and then you're trying to follow her, even though she doesn't want to be with you, right?
That's not how it went down.
But that's what you were doing, right?
No, I was because I did not want her to take my daughter at that point. I was trying to retrieve my daughter.
All right. At some point in September, Ana left you because of all the violence, right?
No.
She would often leave the house in September after you're violent and stay with Claire, right?
She would go to friends' houses for periods of time.
And she would take Amira with her, right?
Yes.
Because she didn't want to leave Amira with you, right?
That's not true.
Speculation as to why.
Overruled based on his interaction with her. He can answer. Go ahead.
That's not true.
Right. Ana would tell you that she doesn't want to leave Amira with you, right?
Sure.
And Ana told you various times in September that she didn't want to be with you anymore, right?
She did.
Right? And she was living with Claire, and you were still living at the Spire apartment, right?
Yes.
Because you wouldn't leave your apartment and give it to Ana and Amira, right?
I had tried to leave a few times.
But you didn't want to leave your apartment, so Ana had to leave with Amira, right?
Yeah, she had told me she wanted me to be out.
Right. But you wouldn't move and let your wife and your child stay at the apartment instead of you, right?
That's not what I wanted to happen, sure.
Right, so instead of giving your wife and daughter the apartment and you staying somewhere else, you let Ana take Amira and stay with friends while you stayed in the apartment by yourself, right?
I asked her to come back many times, and I eventually did remove myself from the
That was over a month later, right?
Sure.
Now, you testified that you were frustrated that Ana blocked you for periods of time, right?
Yes.
She had every right to block you because you were violent with her, right?
She can do whatever she wants.
Right? But that made you mad, right? Because
Sure.
right?
Yes.
Because she wasn't respecting you, right?
It wasn't about respect, it's because I felt like I was being shut out.
Okay. And you, in fact, in September, had a sexual encounter with another woman, right?
It was an attempt.
You met Ashley Sanchez on the elevator September 15th, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Yes.
Yep, she was crying,
Mm-hmm.
right? She was 19, right?
Sure. I didn't know her age at the time.
But she told you she was 19.
She did not.
You heard her testify to that, right?
Yeah, I did. She did not. We did not ever talk about age.
All right, and you brought, as a 28-year-old at the time, right? You brought a 19-year-old to your apartment and gave her wine and cocaine, right?
I offered, and she willingly and consentingly did it herself. I didn't bring her anywhere.
I'm not saying you forced her, I'm saying you gave her wine and cocaine, right?
Hey, hold on. Did you get the voice?
No, I didn't think that's
All right. Guys, again, one at a time, so next question.
You gave Ashley Sanchez wine and cocaine, right?
I offered it, and she took it herself.
And you told her that you wanted to have sex, right?
No, I did not.
You kissed her in your apartment, right?
After she had asked me if we wanted to have sex.
You kissed her, though, right?
At some point, yes.
Yes. Okay, you touched her body, right?
We became intimate.
You touched her body, right?
Sure.
Yes. Okay, you took off her pants and her underwear,
No,
right?
I did not.
And you had sex with her, meaning for some period of time you put your penis in her vagina, right?
No.
You heard her testify to that, right?
I heard a lot of things.
Right? You saw how uncomfortable she was testifying, right?
Rejection, Your Honor, false or speculation.
Sustainment based on these observations.
You also used a vibrator on her vagina, right?
I did.
Okay. So you did multiple types of sexual acts with her that night, right?
But I didn't have penetration sex.
I'm asking you, you did multiple types of sexual acts with her, right?
One.
Okay. You were kissing her, touching her, using a vibrator, right?
Sure.
You're only claiming you didn't have intercourse with her, right?
That's correct.
And you told her at some point to take a shower, right?
In the beginning, before any of that happened.
You told her to...
I didn't tell her. I offered it.
Okay. You told her to use Anna's body wash, right?
I gave her the only female body wash we had.
So,
Not
but
exclusively.
you told her, oh, use that one, right?
No, I just gave her body wash because she's taking a shower.
And you lied to Miss Sanchez about your wife running out on you months prior, right? That's what you told her?
No, I told her that she had left the house.
Right, but you told Miss Sanchez that it was months prior, right?
I don't remember
Made it
exactly.
seem like it was a while ago, right?
No, I'm pretty sure I made her clear that it was going on now.
You started contacting her multiple times after that night, right?
The only time I contacted her is to alert her that I had given her number to Anna.
You heard her testify to multiple times where you reached out to her and called her to try to hang out and get dinner, right?
I don't recall ever doing that.
It was okay for you to be with another woman, but not okay for Anna to be with another man, right?
It was not okay, which is why I confessed it to Anna.
Well, you did it, right? You were sexual with another woman during the time that you were married, albeit separated, right?
This was something that just popped up.
Yes or no? You were with another woman sexually while you were still married, albeit separated from Anna, right?
We-
Compound.
Overruled. Do you understand the question?
No, sir.
Okay. I'll
So-
go ahead and rephrase it.
Sure. On September 15, 2021, it was okay for you to be sexual with Miss Sanchez, right? You did it.
So that's two questions. You said, is it okay? And did I do it?
Right.
Whether or not it's okay, it's not okay. But to my understanding, Anna kept telling me to go see other people that were not together, and I argued against it. She continuously confused me about the situation of our marriage, and I was alone.
Unresponsive.
I'm responding.
Let him finish. Let him finish.
I'm responding.
Are you done?
No, sir. I just lost my train of thought. I have verbally let her know that I miss her and I feel lonely. And Ashley Sanchez and I, when we talked, we both made it clear we were both experiencing struggles within our own relationships. We both equally desperately needed some kind of companionship or some kind of, you know what I mean? So
But you were with another woman.
So it's your unalived ex-wife's fault that you cheated with the 19-year-old neighbor from upstairs that you met on the elevator? Oh, okay.
But Anna couldn't be with another man, right?
Neither of us were supposed to be doing that.
Okay. You were with another woman, but it was not okay for Ana to be with another man, right?
It's not okay.
And Ms. Sanchez actually wanted nothing to do with you, right?
Objection as to A, Mr. Time.
Do you understand the question?
I understand the question, but it just doesn't.
Well, go ahead and answer it and understand.
I can't speak for someone else, and obviously her actions show she did want to be with me. So
I'm not talking about that night. After September 15th, Ms. Sanchez made it clear to you that she wanted nothing to do with you, right?
yeah, based on how the night went, it was obvious that it didn't go well. So
But again, she told you on multiple occasions that she wanted nothing to do with you and not to contact her, right?
no, that's not true. I never contacted her more than once.
You told Ms. Sanchez to lie for you if Ana called her, right?
This was the same time I informed her that I gave Ana her number.
But you did, yes or no? Yes, you did lie, right? You told her to lie.
Yeah, I was trying to prevent damage.
Okay, so yes, you told her to lie.
Mhm.
Yes, and you told Ms. Sanchez to lie to Ana because you didn't want to be caught, right? Or get in trouble?
I had already fessed it up to Ana. What I was trying to say is, before I gave Ana her number, before I fessed it myself, I had believed that Ana found her Instagram. So I was already concerned that she would reach out on her own. So yes, I did at one point tell her to lie and deny any kind of contact whatsoever, but then eventually I fessed it up to Ana myself. At that point, her responses between Ana was completely her real responses. It has nothing to do with what I said.
But you blatantly told somebody else to lie for you, right?
Initially,
And you actually didn't tell Ana the truth right away, right?
no.
And we went over already, there were multiple times where you lied to Ana and didn't tell her the full truth about Ms. Sanchez, right?
Yeah, in the audio recording.
Actually, in multiple texts too, right? Yes?
Yes, I did.
Because you told Ana multiple times, I lied. I
Right.
lied about some stuff, right?
Right.
And on that recording that we listened to from September 21st, you were taunting Ana about your interaction with Ms. Sanchez, right?
I was.
And you told Ana during that recording that you fucked Ms. Sanchez, right? You used those words.
I didn't mention her by name, but yes.
Well, but that's
I
what
told
you
her that
were-
there's somebody who lives in the building that I fucked, yes.
And you said that you fucked a stripper, right?
I did.
So of course Ana was upset with you during that recording, right?
Which is what my goal was, to upset her. Because I had brought her from Claire's so that we could hang out for the first time in a while and to be good. But then she went crazy over this bike that a guy who I was hanging out with left.
You said.
And so I got mad that she had left again, and now it failed. And so I was taunting her. I was saying very mean things.
You said in that recording that I don't need to lie, but then you did lie, right?
That's what I'm trying to get at. The things that I'm saying was purposely with the intention of trying to get a reaction out of her.
Now, you testified yesterday that 9/21 was the first time that Ana had told you that you hurt her, right? That's how you testified?
It was the first time that she genuinely told me how much of an impact it had on her. Prior to that, she would say, yes, you hurt me, but I wasn't seeing that in her behavior.
But she's told you multiple times before September 21st that you've hurt her, right?
Right, and I know I've hurt her.
Right.
It's no surprise to me.
But so
I
your
mean,
testimony's not truthful, that wasn't the first time that she told you.
that was the first time she cried and told me, you fucking hurt me, and I felt the real emotions.
You texted her after that conversation on 9/21. You sent her multiple texts, including, I did not cheat on you. I've never touched another woman. That's the God's honest truth, right?
I said that to Ana
You said that to Ana, right?
the same day?
No,
Yep.
after 9/21, right?
Okay, yes.
So you were continuing to lie to her.
Yes. This is before I actually fully fessed up to her.
Right. I'm just going to go through these briefly. But you were shown a lot of text messages earlier and basically read a lot of different messages about conversations you had with Ana, right? Yes?
Yes.
I just need you to answer out loud.
Okay.
On 9/22, you were asked questions about, or you talked about meeting up with Ana that night, right?
Yes.
Okay. But in fact, she was out and you kept texting her, show me respect me please, right?
Mhm.
So she ended up meeting up with you because you were demanding that, right?
Also speculation as to why Ana.
I'm asking him what he did.
Yeah, overruled. Do you understand the question?
She asked me why Ana met up with me. I can't answer that.
No, I said, you demanded that she meet up with you, right?
And you said that's why she did it.
And that she should respect you, right?
I don't believe that's why she met up with me.
I'm sorry?
I think there's something going on in the break.
There's somebody in the audience taunting me. It's really distracting.
Your Honor, there have been several times throughout testimony there have been people talking in the audience. I think
All right, well, let me address that right now. All right, if there's any instances of anybody in the audience that is distracting to anybody participating in this trial, I will have you removed. And if it becomes a bigger problem, you will be arrested. So let's just understand that right now, all right? Next question.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And in September, also on September 20th, you texted Ana that she was a homeless piece of shit, right?
Yes.
And a cunt and a bitch, right?
Sure.
So there were multiple times throughout your text messages with her where you would treat her horribly, right?
Yes.
Now, that video recording that was played, the one about you having a conversation in the room and Ana was saying you were hurt her finger, right?
Yeah.
That was actually from September 22nd, right?
The video recording?
Yes.
What do you mean actually? What was said about it before?
So you testified that that was from the same night as the party, but it wasn't because you were referring to the party that had already happened in that recording, right?
No, that was the night of the party because I was saying Luke's going to be there. Oh, Julia's going to be. It's not an all-girls party. That was the night.
At the beginning of the recording, you had Ana's phone, right? Because you had taken it from her.
Yes.
And she was just trying to get it back, right?
This is the 22nd?
Yes.
Yes.
You closed the door and you kept your phone and you kept looking through it, right?
I was looking at text messages between her and Julia.
Okay. And you said Marriott Marquis, that's the fucking place you had the birthday, right? So that birthday party had already happened. Right?
I'm not sure what I meant by that because I've only been to the Marriott Marquis once, and that was for the night of Julia's birthday party.
So there was another occasion where you hurt Ana's finger.
No. That hurting my finger was when I closed the bathroom door. She pretended that her finger was in between the door. This is not some other
Closed the
occasion.
door and a finger, right? And then it closed, right?
I closed the bathroom door. Her finger was not there. It was fully sealed.
Right. On 9/23, you sent Instagram messages to your friend. This is People 79, page 5. And you told your friend, she's mad now because I fucked some Latino chick from upstairs. That's what you said to your friend, right?
Yes.
Right? So you were telling your friend that you did in fact sleep with Miss Sanchez.
I was exaggerating, yes.
Oh, you were exaggerating? Why would you need to exaggerate to your friend?
Well, this is not really a friend. It's just somebody I talked to on the internet, but I was trying to sound like more happened than what it did.
Because in fact, you did have sex with Miss Sanchez and you're telling your friend that, right?
No, I did not have sex with her.
And you're telling your friend that Ana left you because of this, right?
Sure.
Because she did, right?
She left the house.
And you're referring to Miss Sanchez as some Latino chick, right?
Yeah.
Again, because that's how you treated women, right?
No.
That's not how you treated women?
What do you mean by treating women by calling her a Latino chick?
You're derogatory towards women, right?
No.
On 9/26, you sent Ana a picture of a broken leg, right?
Mm-hmm.
You tried to pretend your leg was broken,
I did.
but it wasn't
It wasn't.
because you were hoping that she would come.
Fast pause. If you see when he answered that question, he wiped his mouth afterwards. A body language expert in a whole different case or whatever, watched a suspect give a interview, and every time they asked him a question and he lied, he would lick his lips or rub his mouth. So the body language expert says that's because after he's lying, it's like he's wiping it away, because he says it's just something that people that lie, that they do when they're lying. And you can catch it when people are being interviewed, like by TV stations and things like that, and they are guilty of the crimes, to watch that. I just wanted to, share that with you, because I did hear that for another case. As a matter of fact, it was the Chris Watts case, where they were talking about when he was doing an interview in front of his driveway, and he was talking and he kept saying and he kept doing that, and they like, watch, every time he tells a lie, he does that. So that was even before he was like a suspect, and he was acting like he didn't know where they went. Okay, anyway, let's get back to what we're here for. You know, I'll be talking about the crimes all the time. Here we go.
For you?
No, actually, I was trying to get her to unblock me so that I could communicate with her while I was in Miami.
So you're lying and sending a fake photo to try to get in touch with her, right?
I've had to do many extremely weird things to just try to get Anna's attention, yes.
Yeah, and you would often say that you wanted to hurt or kill yourself to get her attention, right?
That actually was something I considered.
But you would do that to get her attention, right?
I would do that because I'm not getting a response, and I felt like I wasn't being heard.
And you asked your cousin, Anthony Elias, to say that, right? That you wanted to hurt yourself, and you wanted him to reach out to Anna and say that to her, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you would often lie and have ask your friends to lie, right?
Well, that's just my cousin, one guy.
Okay, your cousin. You asked your cousin to lie, right?
In that moment, sure. Yes.
Right. Anna sent you multiple text messages at the end of September that she was done with you, right?
She had done that a lot.
But at the end of September, after finding out about Ms. Sanchez and after all the violence, she told you many times that she was done with you, right?
After I told her about the Ashley Sanchez thing, there was many moments where it seemed we were okay.
But my question is, she told you many times that she was done with you, right?
Right, but I took it.
That's what she told you, right?
Yes.
Okay, and on October 1st, People's 176, page 2, I know it's hard to read, but this was the message exchange with your cousin Anthony Elias where you said, I'll kill him, right?
Right.
And you said, I'll beat his fucking ass, right?
I wasn't talking about anybody specifically.
Right, but when you said, I'll kill him, you meant that, right?
No.
Because 3 weeks later you did that, right?
Sustained.
Any man that Anna was with, you wanted to kill, right?
Jesus Christ. No.
You started questioning her constantly after this date, right? Like all of October, you were...
Yes, because Yes, I did, because I was concerned that she would do it out of revenge, or I had given her more of a reason to do that.
And again, you were with another woman, but you did not want Anna to be with another man.
I felt terrible about what I did, and I didn't want to do that. I wanted to be with my wife. She was not home for long periods of time, and she was telling me mixed messages.
So you being sexually with Ms. Sanchez is Anna's fault?
No, but it's why I was vulnerable in that moment for that to happen.
Right, Anna was not coming back to you in October, right? She never once came back to you.
We met up very frequently.
Right? Physically, sexually, in a marriage, right?
She showed up a few times to the house.
In fact, so there was a lot of text messages you were asked about. And on 10/4/21, Anna told you, we are not coming home, right?
What day is this?
10/4/2021.
Mm-hmm.
She told you, so we are not coming home, right? She told you that, right?
Sure.
Okay, and she made statements that you're still Amir's dad, but that's as far as I go, right?
Sure.
Okay. On October 5th of 2021, you asked Anna, does that mean I'm your man? And she said, and no, Ali, right?
Okay.
You know about all these text messages, right?
I'm seeing him here, yes.
Okay. But this is what Anna was telling you in October, right?
Your Honor, can I have her removed in the audience, please?
I don't know who you
Her name is Alicia Juco. She's from the friend group. She's been taunting me every single time.
All right. First of all, I'm not going to. I have not seen anything. But again, I'm going to reiterate this. If anybody does anything to interfere with this trial, I will have you put in jail. I'm being very serious about this. All right. Next question.
Okay, thank you.
The nerve of this guy to think that he can just lean over and ask the judge to remove somebody from the courtroom. The audacity is... We need to get him like some tears or something going on. It's the audacity for me.
Anna told you on October 6th of 2021, I want you to have your own life, right?
Yeah, she's told me that multiple times.
She told you on October 6th, I'm literally telling you to move on.
Yeah, she's told me this before many times.
Right.
Even before the Ashley Sanchez thing, she told me things like that. Move on, go see other people.
Not once in October are there any messages where she told you that she was in love with you, right?
I don't think she said those words, no.
Right.
But she said she had love for me.
Okay, but she told you specifically, I'll always have love for you, but we're not going to be together, right?
She would say stuff and then flip-flop between.
What she told you was, you're Amira's dad, we grew up together, we have a connection that way, but I am not in love with you, right?
Right, but
But that's what she told you,
that's
right?
what she said. She says things like that, yes.
Okay.
Just like I say, oh, a shitty wife or whatever. But we say things to get under each other's skin. But then our actions show up differently.
Okay. There was not one time where Ana went to your apartment in October to have sex with you, right?
There was a wedding that I got uninvited to. She showed up after the wedding while I was sleeping and made love to me.
What date was that?
I'm not exactly sure.
Where in the text messages, all of these text messages that you've been shown, that are on your phone, these packets of text messages, can you show me one place where you and Ana talk about having sex in October?
It's not something we would probably talk about specifically, but
On text? You talked all the time on text, right?
we don't talk about every single thing.
Okay. So you're telling us that Ana would come over in October and there's zero mention of it anywhere in any of the texts, right?
I don't know if there's zero mention of it, but in this time frame, maybe? I don't know.
You know there's no mention of that in any of these messages from October of 2021, right?
I don't know if she mentioned it, but I don't see why we would talk about it. It happened.
You talked about
She
the
mentioned that I
sex-
kicked her out. That was in response to that.
You talked about the sex on September 21st, right? You talked about it over text, right? After it happened,
Yes,
right? That was the last time you ever talked on text about having sex, right?
if that's what the records show.
Okay. And you left her many, many audio messages in October, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mean ones,
Yeah,
right? I played a few of those in court.
yes,
You constantly called her a bitch, a whore, a dumbass.
yes.
Right? You did that on multiple different dates, right?
In this month?
In October,
Yeah,
correct?
yeah, this was a very volatile month.
Right. You didn't make all those recordings on October 15th, right? There were many different dates,
Well, a lot of the ones you played were actually on the same day.
but you made a lot more recordings than that, right?
Sure.
Correct.
For different instances, yes.
And you specifically said on one of those recordings that Ana has not had sex with you in a month, right?
Okay,
So you had not had sex with her in a month, right?
okay,
September 21st was the last time you had sex, right?
okay.
Right?
I could be. I remember, I don't remember when the wedding was, but she did have sex with me that night.
But you're telling us that Ana would come to your house in the middle of the night in October to have sex with you, and that is a lie, right?
No, that was,
Overruled. You can answer the question. Go ahead.
I mentioned that as one time that happened, but I wasn't exactly sure when in October, but she did frequently show up to the house to do various things.
But you're testifying to that, but there's no evidence of it, right?
It was just like you asked me questions that there's no evidence to, like me using racial slurs. And
So if Ana was having sex with you in October, why would you leave her messages that she wasn't having sex with you for a month?
well, in that time frame, I had a habit of exaggerating time frames. I wasn't keeping track of time frames. Like I would say this, like persist. I haven't seen my wife in 3 weeks. It could have just been a couple days. It could have just been a week. But the impact was the same.
You were telling her multiple times in those audio messages that you're not having sex with me. Why the fuck do I need you, right?
Right.
So she wasn't having sex with you, right?
Right.
Okay. So when you're trying to tell everyone that she's coming back to you to have sex in the middle of the night, that's not true, is it?
I was referring to one night, and that is true.
You mentioned that you made a couple of notes in your phone about not hitting Ana, right? Like about not wanting to hit her and to respect her and love her, things like that, right?
Yes.
Why would you need to make notes to remind yourself not to hit your wife?
Because I was very impulsive in that time frame. I was very not like myself, and I was unpredictable. And my thinking patterns would change on a daily basis, maybe even in an hour basis.
So you didn't know just to not hit your wife, you had to make a note about it?
It's more so me admonishing myself. It's not that I didn't know. It's more like in that moment, it's like, you did that. You should feel ashamed. I'm berating myself.
You treated her horribly in October of 2021, right?
Because I felt horrible.
You were demeaning and nasty to her on all those texts and voicemails, right?
Yes.
That's why she didn't want to be with you, right?
I mean, there's a million reasons she says she doesn't want to be with me. 1 minute it's for the cheating. 1 minute it's for the physical violence. 1 minute it's for because I'm a cokehead. So it wasn't extremely clear to me what was really happening with our relationship.
But it was clear to you in October of 2021, based on all of her text messages, that she did not want to be with you, right?
No, the only thing that was clear to me is that I'm confused about my relationship with her.
She told you several times in October that she's scared of you, right?
Yes.
She told you several times in October that she was not safe with you, right?
Yes.
And in fact, you were sending messages back and forth because she had a talk with you about the fact that you were not going to be together anymore, right?
Say it again?
She had a conversation with you over the phone in October about the fact that you two weren't going to be together anymore, right?
I don't recall this one.
Well, then you had text messages about that, and you said, we talked about it being a good talk, right?
I said thank you for helping me to understand things a little more clearly, right?
Because she said she didn't want to be with you anymore, right?
No, she told me what it is that I'm slacking on and why I'm not the man that she married and what I need to work on. And I took that as an indication that there's things I need to work on in order to get our relationship back to where it was.
She blatantly told you in October, you asked her, if you said you're stringing me along, and she said, I'm not stringing you along.
Right. But she was.
But you talked about,
When she says things like, you can't move away from San Diego.
Okay, I'm going to sustain that.
When she says, like,
No, there's no question pending. Next question.
you testified earlier about meeting up with Ana on October 16th of 2021, right?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the question.
You testified that on October 16th of 2021, you met up with Ana that day, right?
Sure, yes.
Okay. And in fact, the only reason she met up with you is because you texted her, hi, Ana, are you sleeping still? I was hoping to take Amira to Westfield UTC, right?
Yeah.
So this was you reaching out to her to hang out, not the other way around, right?
Yes. It usually is me that has to.
Right, because she did not want to willingly see you, right?
It's sustained.
Ana did not want to hang out with you, right, in
Yes.
October?
There's occasions where she says, we're going to the dentist. Do you want to come with us? There's little family things that she would include me to. I was supposed to go pumpkin patch with her in October. I mean, when you look at certain things from a specific angle, you're going to get a specific side. But it's not just black and white. There's multiple layers to this. And one minute she tells me she doesn't want me, but one minute she'll tell me she cannot, that I have to be within distance of her because I'm Amira's father still. So she's not giving me leeway to leave. And I would say, tell me what you want. Are you seeing somebody else so I can move on? I was giving her cues. Tell me what I need to want to know so that I can do this.
Non-responsive narrative.
I was begging her to give me.
Overruled. Answer will stand. Next question.
In none of those texts do you see anywhere where she, again, is telling you, I want to be with you, right?
She wouldn't say that because we're already together.
She would meet up with you so that you could see Amira, right?
But she wouldn't have to stay, would she?
But she would meet up with you so you could see Amira, right?
On that date specifically, October, what is it, 16th?
Right, but
She didn't have to stay with me
There were times where she would bring Amira to see you, right?
and drop her off.
On October 18th, again, you were asked a lot of questions about what Ana said to you that day, but she specifically told you, nothing's changed, Ali.
She was referring to my behavior.
She was telling you that nothing has changed, that she doesn't want to be with you, right?
Maybe she said that, but maybe she meant that, but she says a lot of those things. It's common for her to say those things.
On October 17th, you were the one that asked Ana to meet you for dinner, right?
Yes.
Okay. You wanted to see Amira and you asked them to go meet you at that sushi place, right?
I wanted to see Ana and Amira,
Again, Ana did not initiate that dinner, right? It was you,
which is normal.
right? And she told you multiple times that night that she did not want to be married to you, right?
Was it an audio?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I think I remember, yes.
So she told you on October 17th multiple times, I don't want to be married to you,
Yes.
right?
Mhm.
She was making it crystal clear to you that she did not want to be with you, right?
She was saying those things.
She was telling you that, right? Yes?
She was saying those things.
Okay. And she told you multiple times to get out of her car that night, right?
Right.
You wouldn't get out of the car, right?
Right, because I wanted to talk.
Again, you were trying to control the situation, right?
I was trying to, the whole point of the dinner was so that we can try to communicate some of these things that have been lingering, so we can move forward. But I wasn't getting that. So yes, sometimes I had to be a little more assertive in trying to get her attention. So yes, I wouldn't leave the car.
You realized that she wanted to essentially divorce you, right? She didn't want to be married. Right? She didn't want to be married.
She did not want to divorce me because I gave her many opportunities to work with me on that, and she refused it.
That night, that's what she was telling you.
She also said she's been saying a divorce since July.
Mr. Abulaban, I just need you to answer the question. She told you that night that she did not want to be married to you,
Yes.
okay? And that made you mad, right?
I got mad when she threatened to call the cops.
Okay? Because you weren't leaving her vehicle, so she wanted to have you removed, right?
Like I said, she got into the habit of calling the cops as a means to push me away.
She wanted you removed, and she was telling you that she would call the police, right?
Yes.
Okay? And you opened the door to the driver's side, and you struck her in the face, right?
No, I didn't. I was in the passenger seat. She hopped out of the driver's seat to make that phone call. At the same time, I said, all right, I'm leaving. I hopped out of the passenger seat. She hopped back into the driver's seat, and I hopped back into the passenger seat.
But you struck her in the face in the car, right?
My intention was to grab her phone initially, and we were tugging it, and then ultimately I did.
Okay, you struck her in the face, correct?
Yes.
And,
I mean, I'm familiar with the picture. You don't have to show it.
right, People's 167, page 14, you caused that injury to her eye, correct?
Yes,
And you hit Ana in the face in front of Amira, right?
I did.
And that's not the first time Amira has seen you be violent with Ana, right?
No,
She has seen you hurt Ana many times, right?
a few times.
Now, you could have stopped being violent with Ana in front of Amira the first time it happened, right?
Not necessarily. My cocaine usage was increasing. My behavior was getting worse and worse. I was becoming more erratic, more impulsive. My condition overall was not improving at any point.
But you could have physically stopped yourself from hurting your wife, right?
I don't think I could.
No? You couldn't have gotten any treatment for domestic violence?
I could have, of course.
You could have stayed away from Ana so that you weren't violent with her?
I could have. But I wanted
You
to,
didn't do any of those things, right?
I wanted to try to work through it. I wanted to, I'm not saying I wanted her to forgive me overnight, but I'm the type of guy that doesn't like to leave problems lingering. I like to just address it and try to fix it as soon as possible.
What I'm asking you, though, is you did not get any help to stop your violence on Ana,
I tried to get help for my overall condition
but you kept being violent with her up until October 17th, right?
because my condition wasn't getting any better.
Right. On October 18th, you had dinner with your cousin Louie,
Yeah.
right? And you were flirting with his friend Danielle during that dinner, right?
No, I wasn't.
You took out a big bag of cocaine during that dinner?
No, it was in the car.
Right, you took out a bag of cocaine and you said, I'm Jinn Kid, I can do whatever I want.
That was a joking response to Louie said, put that away, the cops are going to see it. And I said, I'm Jinn Kid, I can do whatever I want. I mean,
Because you thought you could do whatever you wanted, right?
I was a little over my head, you know.
And that night, October 18th, you tried to convince your cousin Louie to bring Danielle back to your hotel room, right?
So that did not happen. What did happen was we all went out to Ocean Beach, but it was a very dry night. There was nobody out. There was nothing much to do. So they went to go drop me off. I offered that they can come and hang out at the hotel, and I said I had wine if they want. Her brother was there.
But you texted your cousin Louie and you wrote to him, bring Danielle.
Was that before we actually met up? Because the whole point was he wanted me to meet Danielle.
Okay, but you wanted another woman to come back to your hotel room,
Not
right?
my hotel. I said, bring so you can pick me up. They picked me up. So I was saying, bring Danielle so I can meet her. Oh, sorry. This was the whole point was for him to meet me. He wanted me to be his friend.
You were allowed to flirt with other women, but Ana couldn't flirt with other men.
I was not
other
flirting
men,
with
right?
her. I was not flirting with her. I hardly spoke to her that night.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and break for a recess. As indicated, there's some other events going on today. Just to kind of give you an idea of scheduling, the attorneys and I talked yesterday. We do anticipate this case will be wrapped up this week. All right, so we're getting there. You'll be deliberating at some point. Of course, we don't know when, but just again, thank you for your attention. No media, no news. Don't form or express any opinion about this case. Henry, I want the audience.
So that was the first part of the cross-examination of, hold on a minute. Hold on, because, I think I'm gonna do part 2 tomorrow. I wasn't going to do part 2 tomorrow. This is my first day back, and, I know I'm starting from scratch because I've been gone for a while. Like I said, I haven't been feeling too well, so I had to disconnect from the social medias, all platforms mentally until I got my physical health, somewhat moving along. Next week is Breast Cancer Awareness Week, the one week that they do give us to celebrate being survivors, or people that are battling breast cancer or whatever have you. They give us the 1 month, right? So we try to take advantage of it as much as we can. Hopefully I'll have some things lined up. I'm just gonna have to push myself forward. Before I do go, I am going to actually share this is my book. If you want to support me for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. The book is on Amazon, Surviving Strong, Overcoming Triple Negative Breast Cancer with a Resilient Mindset. You can scan the QR code and make the purchase if you like. I would greatly appreciate that. Appreciate you all. Thank you in advance. But of course, look, I am going to be redistributing this book. Again, I'm going to add a little more to it and things like that. Because the folks over at the little Amazon, because with a resilient mindset is in my title, they're giving me a hard time when it comes to marketing the book. I think you all know that you can't just have a resilient mindset and be diagnosed with breast cancer and that's going to have it go away. That's not what I meant. What I meant was there was a switch that had to flip on in my brain, and like I had to change my mindset, and in order to get through like all that I went through. So yeah, I haven't done it yet. I haven't updated the book yet to change the title because I think it's like kind of crazy that they would even think. But playing devil's advocate, I can understand what Amazon is saying. Whatever, I can, I have personal copies. I can sell it, elsewhere, which I decided, was just getting into and deciding to do. But my health was like, wait a minute, hold on. We're back to just like snatch you backwards. But being a survivor that I am, I'm here and I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for you being here. And it just would not be me if I did not leave you with what I leave you with each and every time. And that is to get your mammograms, fill up on your boobies to make sure that you are okay. All right. And don't you dare let anybody come into your house and disturb the peace that passes understanding. I am Survivor Speaks, and I'll see you in the next video. I think I'm going to do part 2 tomorrow, so I'll go ahead and schedule that out right now so you would know in advance. Denitra, so glad to see you here. Thank you for stopping by, checking on your girl, and I'm so glad to hear that you are doing well as well. I thank you for that. Thank you for being here. When you can, as usual. That's right, Denitra. Let me put that up here. This is so true. You got to take care of yourself first. Sometimes you have to know when to unplug. And I unplug for months. And you may see me posting little things here and there, but that's only because I'm just checking on certain things. But I really, really, really unplug. And sometimes you got to do that. That's important. You have to learn that, because if not, you'll be somewhere stressed out, laid out in somebody's hospital. Nobody will know about it. Don't even care about it. So Denitra, yeah, I think I'm gonna go. Tomorrow. I'm gonna do the second part, because this second part of this cross, child, this man is a mess. So I think that I'm gonna do it maybe like maybe I should, because this was supposed to be 10:30. I had went all the way through it and didn't turn the volume from the video. So yeah, girl. So maybe I'll try maybe tomorrow, maybe like 2 or 3. Maybe that'll be a better time. I don't know. I just need to set it up now. So yeah. I'll see you tomorrow, Demetria, and I look forward to you being here. Like I said, starting over. So it is what it is. Get those mammograms, fill up on those boobies, and make sure that you are all right, all right. Don't let nobody come into your house to disturb the peace that passes all understanding. I am Survivor Speaks, and I'll see you guys tomorrow in part 2 of the crossing of this guy here. I don't even feel like saying his name. He is a whole mess. And then maybe I'll add the sentencing to the second part of cross. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna add the sentencing too, but the cross is, the second part of cross is really, really long, because this guy is ear hole. He was nice today. I just want to say that in this video, he's nice. In the second part of cross, be ready, girl. Make sure y'all got y'all glues on. You glue on your wig. Make sure it's glued down right, because this one is it's a screamer. Yeah. So see you tomorrow. Peace.
I just might though, just like a Michael. Mama gone now, I'm thinking death is not we entitled. And it was me versus me, them battles had to fight through. And when you way in the dark, them demons try to fight you. But you can't let them when you gotta see the damn light. Diabetes came from nowhere, messed up whole life. That's what I used to think, my mama helped me out. I got one dairy in the sky to make proud, don't count me out. Let's get it started, rest in peace my mama, I don't wanna talk. Fresh fit, who that little nigga, fresh the way he walk. New drip, I'm that one dude creating all the sauce. News flip, you that one dude, the worker, not a boss. It's safe to say that after all this, I'm standing tall. It's safe to say that after all this, I'm still gon' ball. It's safe to say that after all this, I never